Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the Hush dupe for the Tarte April Fool's Day palette. As you beautiful people know, this is about the product, not the people behind it. Any tip you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. So, I'm not sure if you remember, don't know how you could forget, but last April, Tarte teased us with a beautiful palette. It was literally the product that the world was missing and that everybody wanted. I'll go ahead and put a picture of it right there, but it had beautiful greenish blues, a really deep blue, a gorgeous green. People around the world were fucking creaming themselves over this palette. This product was like the Ryan Reynolds of makeup, like you just wanted that shit all over your face and you don't give a fuck who's watching. So the entire galaxy is getting really revved up and pumped about this palette, only to find out that these bitches at Tarte launched the images as an April Fool's Day joke. I love Tarte. I even stood by them when they launched that terrible Shape Tape foundation. I'm addicted to their shadows and their concealers. I just love their products. But that right there was some bullfuckery that even I can't forgive. Mainly because as a business person myself, this was a big ass missed opportunity. I personally wish they would have said, April Fools, this is a fake palette, but then like the next day or the next week launch the palette. Like that to me would have gotten the palette the uproar and PR that it needed, and then once it did drop, sales would have been through the fucking roof. No, but they ain't gonna do that. Nope, they never released it. Which gave the perfect opportunity to a site that features some of the best dupes to swoop in and take the cake and dupe a product that doesn't even exist. And who might that be? We're talking about Hush, specifically face candy. I don't know about you, but I personally am a big ass fan of Hush. This is not sponsored whatsoever, but they've sent me so many of their products and I use their palettes in a lot of my crazier Instagram photos. And it's not like every palette of theirs is a smashing hit for me, but I'm really fucking hopeful for this one. I kind of feel like since Tarte missed their opportunity, hopefully face candy spent a little extra time with this palette so they can really fine tune it and we can have a great quality product like we were expecting from Tarte. I've been a very good boy and I've not watched any reviews on this palette so far, so I can go into it with a clean, fresh mind, but usually their products are pretty damn good. But this is the Atlantis eyeshadow palette. It's not the exact same as the Tarte one, but it's pretty fucking close. Like you can tell that it was definitely made to be a dupe for the palette. But this is available only on the Hush app for 14 bucks, which really isn't that bad. In fact, this is actually one of the more expensive eyeshadow palettes that they offer. Like everything on their site is geared to be affordable. They don't have any reviews on the website, but they do say explore a sea of possibilities with the 12 cool tone shades of Atlantis. With an ultra pigmented smooth formula, this collection features 7 mattes and 5 shimmer shades. The teals, turquoise, and rich blues of this palette will give you the perfect splash of color, which the bitch loves color. And I especially love on their website they feature a darker skin models because a lot of times these kind of palettes look ashy on darker skin, but it looks gorgeous. And like pretty much all of the palettes of theirs that I own, the packaging is beautiful. It has some sexy underwater vibes and some textured metallic writing. It's very, very good quality feeling. Same for the palette itself. Like this has a really good weight to it. It definitely feels like it's worth more than 14 bucks. But let's slip this little hooker out and open this up. Ooh, this, my beautiful friends, is pretty. It's very colorful, but it's still kind of on the muted side, almost giving me like deep sea underwater vibes. I don't know, I am not mad at this palette at all. It is very handsome. I do, however, see a pressed glitter, which is this one right here. It's called Tsunami. I just want to feel it because if it's gonna have glitter fallout everywhere, I am not gonna put that anywhere near my face. And, ooh, my, that actually does not have any glitter fallout at all. Like, that's actually really fucking pretty. It has a greenish blue kind of gray shift to it. Shit. Okay, I see you, baby. You are coming in to kill. I'm actually really fucking excited to use this, so let's just jump right into this and swatch and do a look with this bitch. You guys know the song. Are you ready? It's swatching time. First up, we have the top row, which is Whitecaps, Ripples, Oceanic, and Stormy Waters, and these actually look really damn pretty. They didn't apply the smoothest, but then once you kind of rub the swatch around a little bit and blended it out, it looks beautiful. And like always with swatches, it really doesn't matter how the product swatches. What we care about is how they perform on a brush. But overall, I'm actually really impressed and happy with how these look. Next up, we have the second row, which is Abyss, Deep Sea, Poseidon, and Tsunami, and just like the first row, the mattes are a little bit on the patchy side, but not bad at all. But those shimmers, holy shit. These shimmers are abso-fucking-lutely amazing. Like, they are creamy, they are buttery as fuck, they go on so nice, the pigment is there, like, I cannot wait to use the shit out of these. And finally, we have Tidal, Swell, Vanished, and Empire, and holy shit, this last row is doing something crazy to my reproductive organs. Like, these shadows are so damn pretty, they go together really, really nicely, like they complement each other. I'm just really excited to use this palette. But I do notice that that deep blue did kind of slightly stain my hand. It's not bad at all. Maybe I just need to scrub it a little bit more, but that kind of concerns me with the wear time test because as much as this bitch loves S&M, I am not about to have a blue eye. So let's go ahead and start with the face. To prime it, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild spray primer. And to highlight under the eyes, I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Revolution in the shade F4. And then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop in the shade Light 75. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been fucking loving this ColourPop foundation. Like, ever since we tried it, I've been addicted. And I did catch a few rays of some fake sun, so I'm a little bit tanner than I normally am, so hopefully I don't look too ghostly with this. Now I'm just gonna bounce all that shit in with a damp booty blender. Oh, fuck, I love this stuff. Then for concealer, I'm gonna go in with some of Kylie's Bone. Oh, fuck, I almost dropped the palette. Damn, you clumsy bitch. I also want to say I really appreciate the fact that there's a big-ass mirror on this palette because a lot of times less expensive palettes will totally skip out on including a mirror just so they can make more profit. But this is actually a very big mirror, so thank you, Face Candy. And we'll set the concealer under the eyes with a little bit of this ColourPop translucent powder. Damn, this stuff is so messy, but I love the shit out of it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face with a little bit more of that powder. To prime the eyes, I'm gonna go in with some CoverGirl lid lockup, and we'll very, very lightly fill in these brows. I think I want to start on the light side, so we're gonna take a little bit of a white caps, and let's try placing that on the brow bone. Maybe I can kind of use that as a highlight. Oh, yes. This actually does have a good bit of pigment to it, which I wasn't sure if it would because it didn't swatch the best. But if you take it and kind of just press it on rather than rub it in, it really sticks nicely. Then right under that on the same brush, I'm gonna dip into ripples. And I don't know, let's just kind of rub that around on the crease and see what shows up. Ooh, that's really pretty. It is very similar to the highlight shade that we just used, but it's also a little bit different, so you can tell the difference between the two. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but in person you can definitely see that it's a nice light blue and then a white right here. So let's start building this color up. I'm gonna go into the next shade, which is Oceanic, and there is quite a bit of fallout with this palette. Like, these shadows are very, very soft and kind of chalky, but I don't really see any of that fallout on my face yet, so let's see as we go darker. But I'm gonna take that color on a fluffy brush and let's place it right here in the crease and just slowly work it back and forth. Ooh, that is pretty. Oh, fucking it blends out really good too. Let's just keep rubbing that in the way we like it, back and forth. Ooh, yes. But for real, this shade is blending out so easily. Like, I'm able to kind of transition it into that white and blue that I put on there before, and it doesn't look that patchy, maybe just a little bit. But we've definitely had way worse on this channel. And it doesn't look like there's really any fallout underneath my eyes, which is very good. But damn, this palette is sexual as fuck. Oh my god. Like, I'm just very, very lightly touching this and it's blending out so easily. Oh no, I dropped some of my LaCroix on this. Damn. Let's try adding a little bit of green to the mix. So on a Morphe M433, I'm gonna lightly dip into Stormy Waters. And I just want to see what this looks like on the outer corner of the eye, if you can definitely see the color, if it just turns kind of muddy. Which it doesn't seem to be muddying up. It just is very, very close to the color that we just laid down. But then at the same time, it's just enough of a color difference to where they really complement each other. So I'm just gonna kind of dab that on the outer corner and then slowly start to work whatever's left on the brush up into the crease. Ooh, that blends out really nice as well. But now that the colors are starting to get a little bit deeper, I am noticing a little bit of fallout. I don't know if you can even see it right there, but it is happening. I mean, I should be able to clean that up fairly easily though. With a dense fluffy brush, I'm gonna dip into this a beautiful blue right here, which is Empire. And I'm really hoping this doesn't have fallout, but I'm gonna place this all over the eyelid. Oh, shit, it does. Let's dust that off and try this with a different brush. Let's try this with a flat paddle brush instead and just place it on the eyelid. Oh, no. Meh. Oh, fuck, and it's stained too. I'm gonna tap a little bit of whatever's left on my beauty blender back under there to try to cover up some of that blue, and then I think I'm gonna place some translucent powder under here because otherwise I'm gonna look like a fucking blueberry. That fallout really bums me out, damn. But hopefully this will help, so let's go in with a little bit more of that blue, and I'm just placing this all along the eyelid from corner to corner, and then just kind of tapping the edges out. Then we'll go back over the crease with a mixture of Oceanic and Stormy Waters, and I'm lightly going back and forth just to kind of diffuse that deep blue. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really freaking bummed because in person, this looks so fucking good, but on camera, this looks messy and muddy and really just, yeah. Okay, so this looks messy, and like always, it's my fault because I just kept packing shit on, but the fallout is also very real and there is a shit ton of it. So let's go ahead and apply some shimmers and try to cover some of this mess up. Let's start with a dry brush, and I'm gonna dip into Vanished. Let's try that right here on the outer corner, see if that does anything. Oh, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. Instead, let's try a bit of Tsunami. Oh god, that is going everywhere. Oh, shit. Let's try this with some setting spray. Ooh, there we go. Oh shit, that is really pretty. It has a really pretty bluish black undertone and it kind of wants to have a holographic shift to it. Damn. I'm gonna kind of fake a cut crease here and go a little bit higher than I normally would. Oh, but I love the way that looks on the eye. It's almost kind of wet looking and we all know everything is better wet. And the wet brush is definitely the way to go. Like, look at this follow compared to this side. Like, shit, yes. Before I go in and add anything else to the eyes, I do need to try to clean this up, so let's see if it'll wipe away or not. Yay, it did kind of. Oh, fuck, now it's all along my nose. Damn it. Shit. That sucks ass. Oh my god, it's all down there. I know I already set my under eyes with powder, but I have to go in and do some damage control, so I'm just gonna place a little bit more of that concealer that I used before right under here. That definitely did not cover up all the blue, but you know what? At this point, I don't even care. We're just gonna work with it. So for the under eye, I think I'm gonna start on a fluffy brush with a bit of Stormy Waters, and we'll run that back and forth all along the lower lash line. Oh, fuck. The fallout. Damn, this is literally gonna look like a Smurf took a shit on my face. But it's weird because in person, it really doesn't look that bad, but on camera, I feel like I just look crazy. But it seems like with pretty much every one of these shadows, except for maybe those first two light ones, there has been massive fallout, and it's making this look go lower and lower. Like, soon I'm gonna be using this as lipstick. But I gotta admit though, it's still pretty and it's still pigmented. Next, I'm gonna take this flat brush and dip back into Empire. And with that, I'm gonna smoke it right in between the lower lashes. And go ahead and gently blend that out a little bit. And reapply a little bit more just to deepen that up. Then to finish with this shadow, let's take a little bit of a Title and place it right here on the inner eye just to give it a bit of a highlight. Oh shit, yes, that is pretty. And I think just to lighten the lid up a little bit, I'm gonna really gently dip into that same Title and just kind of dab the center of my eyeball. We'll give the lower lash a bit of a black line with some MAC black liner. For mascara, I'm gonna give this Milk Makeup Kush Mascara another try. To contour, I'm gonna go in with NYX's Toffee. And then to bronze up, a little Benefit Hoola bronzer. And for blush, I'm using what I pretty much always use on this channel, which is Essence Satin Coral. And for highlighter, I'm gonna be a massive bitch and tease you with yet another unreleased PopLuxe highlighter. So ready? Oh, yes. Fuck. For lips, I'm gonna start with CoverGirl's Ballerina. And then right in the center of that, I'm gonna take some of Laura Lee's Nakey Nakey. And here we are with the final look. Truthfully, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And look who came to join us. What do you think, Mia? Does this look good or bad? Okay, you just don't give two shits, do you? Oh my god, Mia. Oh my god, calm your tits. Okay, are you comfy? Say hello, bitch. Say hi, Mia. You look scared shitless. Why the fuck are you purring? Oh, baby. All right, go be a little shit. Anyways, like I was saying, I was a little bit scared about midway through this look. Like, it seemed like everything just fell apart. The look was muddy. The look was really not blended. It just looked terrible. But I feel like even though it is still a little bit messy, it's not as bad as it was. What is terrible, though, is the fallout. Like, holy shit, that was awful. I honestly don't even know if we've ever had a palette with that bad a fallout. Like, that was bad. But in the end, we did create a nice look. Everything blended out beautifully. The pigmentation was gorgeous, so I think you either need to set a shit ton of powder underneath your eyes or do your foundation last. Is this the best look we've created on this channel? No, but I do still like it. Oh my god, has that been like that the whole time? What the fuck? This look took quite a bit longer than I was expecting it to, so I do only have a few hours, but I do still want to do a wear time test, so I will see you in just a second. And we are back. We did just hit the 3-hour mark, and everything still looks pretty much the same, I think. But I was editing this video during the wear time test, and I actually kind of really fucking love this look. Like, I don't know what the fuck was up my ass, but looking in the monitor, it doesn't look that great, but then when I saw it on screen, it looked perfectly fine. So because of the fact that it's lasted magnificently, it's not fallen all over my face, like it still looks pretty damn good, and it feels very comfortable, I think that I might recommend this palette. I was a little hesitant because that fallout, oh my god, that fallout was so fucking bad. But if we can get past the waterfall of fallout, the colors are actually beautiful and the pigmentation is there. And I also want to say this probably is not a palette for beginners. Like, because of that fallout, you have to really know how to maneuver. I mean, I'm not that great at makeup myself, but I still use it all the time, and even I had a really difficult time with that fallout. So I do recommend this palette, but only to people who aren't necessarily newbies to makeup, and really only for people who can deal with quite a lot of fallout. But otherwise, this is fairly easy to work with. The colors blend out marvelously. There aren't a shit ton of looks you can create with this palette, but I think it is still fairly versatile. I think it's beautiful, the colors complement each other, and after a bit of practice, I really can can't foresee myself using this again on this channel. But there you go. Like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget, my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepopluxe.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepopluxe.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!